Yo, what's up everyone? I'm sorry you don't get your typical super hyped up Nick, as today's subject is a little bit more serious. It's something that I feel like I should really kind of dive in on and talk about because the community has gone absolutely ballistic over the last couple of days and even weeks at this stage. If you don't have social media, first of all, hats off to you. That is incredible that you managed to stay away from all of this. But if you do have social media, you might have noticed that the Halo community has gone absolutely ballistic over the last couple of days. To the point where our Halo, which is the Reddit page for Halo, which is actually the biggest Halo community with nearly 1 million subscribers, has been locked. That means nobody can put any posts, they can't reply to anything. It's locked down. The reason why it's being locked down is because the criticism and feedback people are giving on Halo Infinite has completely went in the wrong direction, to the point where it's just toxic and vile and just awful. It's awful stuff being written on that subreddit. The subreddit is where it was its worst, but I've seen this absolutely everywhere. I've seen it on Twitter, I've seen it in YouTube comments, I've seen it on Instagram. Literally everywhere you can think of, there are criticisms from people on Halo Infinite. Now let me just say, I totally agree with pretty much everything everyone is saying. Does there need to be better playlists in the game? 1,000,000%. Does the progression system still kind of suck? Yeah, a little bit. The desync issue is absolutely ruining some of the experiences in this game for me currently. The storefront, I think, is a little bit too expensive in some cases. The game is far from perfect. Nobody is arguing that whatsoever. But what is absolutely unacceptable is when people turn their criticism into pure attacks on other people who are in the community. If someone is enjoying the game and simply wants to enjoy the game, they should feel completely okay doing that. Not everyone wants to fight tooth and nail over criticisms over a game that they want to sit back and enjoy. I couldn't imagine if I worked a 9-to-5 job only to come home to have someone call me an idiot online just because I want to enjoy some BTB with my friends. But what is nice is that 343 opened their ears to listen to criticism from those that want to give it. Sketch, who is the community director of Halo, recently came under attack from people on the subreddit simply because he was trying his best to answer the community's issues about the game. And I get it, it's kind of his job to be the face of the community. You know, he has to kind of take things on the chin. He has to deal with people not liking their product. That's totally fine. I get that. I really do understand that. But what is not acceptable is when people personally attack these developers, whenever they go far beyond it being a video game, kind of forget that there's actually a person on the other side of the screen and go for something real personal. I think gamers have got to the point where they kind of forget this, unfortunately. Of course, everyone wants to enjoy the video game that they're investing time into, especially if you've set your expectations for a game. It's totally okay to be disappointed if it doesn't live up to what you hoped it would. I'm definitely disappointed by aspects of Infinite. I really wanted there to be a big game mode, something more than just BTB. And unfortunately, we don't have that in the game. Will we ever have that? Probably, but I'm going to be patient and wait for it. I get a lot of people that kind of call me names online, you know, shill, bootlicker, scumbag, to name a few, all because I don't get angry on my Twitter account, for example. I'm a super positive, happy person. I don't really believe in getting angry over things that simply can't be fixed in a flash. There's no special button to add everything that I want to the game overnight, because game development is very, very difficult, and I completely understand this. Maybe my time as a forerunner helped me understand this a little bit more than the average player. I just know that game development is not simple by any means. Something that might seem simple to you might not be very easy whatsoever, unfortunately. So I think I've just learned to be very patient. If there's something I'm unhappy about, I'll let them know in a smart, you know, normal way, like as a normal person would do. And hopefully they will find time to get to it. They will address it eventually whenever it, you know, meets their pipeline, when it makes sense for them to go after that issue. Me screaming and hollering like a literal child will never make 343 respect or even want to listen to my opinion. And I feel like a lot of the community has kind of gone off the handlebars a little bit, as they don't have the game that they currently want. And I know there's always going to be those people, well, why should I have to wait for the game that I want? We already waited 6 years. They should have delayed it again. And to be quite honest with you, I agree. I think 6 years is a long time. We definitely should have had the game we wanted. And I don't want to throw the whole COVID thing into the mix because that's already been explained a billion times. Simply put, the game development probably wasn't a smooth process. There probably was issues. Microsoft wanted them to release the game on this date and weren't willing to budge anymore. And they just had to be like, okay, well, we'll put together the best game we can and we will fix it afterward. And you know what? There's nothing we can do about that. The game is out there. Would I want the game to be perfect right now? Yeah, 100% I would. But 343 did the best job they could. They got the game out there. It is Not very buggy overall. Yeah, there are some issues, but it's nowhere near as bad as some other games that are currently out there. I get to play it every single day with my friends and have an absolute blast. And knowing that there are new playlists coming in the next few weeks, that they're actively working on the community issues as I speak, fills me with reassurance that, you know, in a couple weeks to months, hopefully this game will be in a better shape. You know, somewhere closer to what I expected it would be at launch. The Halo community has quite honestly disappointed me over the last couple of days. Not to say everyone has been like this. There's been a lot of support, a lot of people that totally understand that not everything can go smoothly with game development. But we got to do better. We really do. This game is going to be here for a long time. We're in for the long haul with Halo Infinite. All I ask is if you do have any criticism or feedback on the game, do it in a smart way. Do not be some immature asshole about it. Make your criticisms in a way that another human being would want to listen to. I promise if you do that, 343 will listen a lot closer. But that's all I got for today's video. I just wanted to address the community. I wanted to address where the game is at. Not perfect. I think it will get there eventually. Been a long last couple of weeks. The launch of this game has been awesome, but there's been aspects of it that have really disappointed me. Most of that has been from the community side. But we're in this together. I will be here for the long haul. I will continue making my fun Halo content. I just thought I would speak up on this. But yeah, I want you guys to drop a comment down below. What are you thinking about this game? What's your thoughts on 343 as a whole? Let's get a discussion going, but please, let's keep it civil. That's all I ask. I don't want a war zone down there. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching. Peace. I don't know how to end a serious video.